That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is a happy recap. We are locked and loaded. Another Baltimore Ravens post-game show right here on the Flex Zone podcast. Only place fellas give me your sports how you want it.
When you need it, baby.
When you need it.
Joined alongside the dynamic duo. Got Big Rog, got D. Rog was at the game. D on assignment all day, watching all the games. I know he's got all the news and notes. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, vote on the poll. Are the Ravens a playoff team? They snapped their 4-game skid, defeat the Chicago Bears 30-16. Let's start with Big Rog. How you feeling, my guy? Big win. A lot of great work today on the channel. Appreciate all the shorts. And you were amongst the people, as you always are. How you feeling? How was the vibe at the stadium? And how you feeling after this win?
Well, I'm going to first excuse myself for my shitty Wi-Fi connection. I don't know why I'm blanking in and out, but I'm just going to do like this so you can hear me like this in this way.
We can hear your wonderful voice.
Yeah, I just want to say that, yes, I was in the house at the Ravens Stadium, and I will say that it was, I don't know, going into the stadium, the atmosphere was a little iffy. You know, people didn't know what to really expect. No Lamar Jackson, the goofiness that happened on Saturday with, the foolishness with the organization. And then, Snoop being named the starter just right after that. So it was a goofy, kind of a weird type of day. People were a little happy, people were a little sad. Me, I was a little depressed going down to the stadium today. I'm not even gonna hold you. I really didn't know what to really expect. I didn't know which Ravens team was going to show up, and I was quite surprised, especially after the first quarter. I was quite surprised, but we'll talk about what happened during the game. But I just want to say, Ravens still have some life after today, and it's good to see that the team rallied around Snoop, and they figured out how to get a job done.
D, how you feeling, man? Big win today. Like you said, they played with some heart. They finally executed.
Well, the big thing was they used their brains as well as their brawn to get the job done today. Thought the first quarter was the same typical Ravens defense as we've seen this season, but then to their credit, they was able to hold Chicago. The offense got going. I think once the offense got going with Lamar Light, as I've always called him, Mr. Snoop Doggy Dogg himself, Hunley, they got rolling, and they was able to take care of business. They still had some warts on defense, but they did enough to get the job done. They kept it simple. Sometimes you got to do that when you're limited still without your best weapon is Lamar, which we had got Okie Doke. We thought he was going to play. He was a full practice participant on Friday, but found out he was on the scout team, and they tried to clean that up after the game today. But it is what it is. They lied. Hopefully they do. They just get fined. They don't lose draft picks. But I'm happy the Ravens won. We get into it, and then their opponent Thursday night won too today. We'll talk about that. And Thursday's game might not be as much of a cakewalk as we thought it would be coming.
Well, guys, we got to talk about our favorite coach, Harbaugh, as D calls him, Harbum. D, I'll go back to you, man. What did you think about the coaching today actually making in-game adjustments after halftime?
I know, right, Byron? That was a shot. Seen a lot of in-game adjustments. One of them, they put Mitchell out there on offense. He got going. He looked good in his runs there. Thought the defense really adjusted as the game went on. They actually used Mike Green as Mike Green. They didn't try to put him in coverage. Actually had him rush the passer, which we thought he should have been doing anyway from the get-go. Hamilton rushed the passer today. He did well. Mr. Jones did well on the line. Cornerback still had a mostly long afternoon. Wiggins did get an interception, which was a big turnover, and really won the Ravens the game. But they still had some problems with the run at times, with Schiff, with the other running back in there for the Bears. But when they needed not to break, they didn't break. They bended today, but they didn't break. And that's all we asked for from the defense right there. Do enough not to break. They did that today, and they were able to win the game.
Raj, what do you think about your boy Harbaugh and the rest of the coaches actually doing well? I believe now, what, 14-3 after the bye or something like that? 15-3 now after the bye, Harbaugh?
They got it done, bro. They went out there and they figured it out. They played a great game. They had a good game plan going in. And they didn't try to outsmart themselves. You know, they pretty much took what the defense gave them. Huntley was very poised in the pocket. And when times when he needed to make a move outside the pocket, he did that. Very athletic. You know what I'm saying? He ran the ball a lot, which we want to see that from our quarterbacks. Was able to get the ball out on time to Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews and Kolar and Isaiah Likely, which is always good to see. Derrick Henry ran the ball extremely hard, although the line, sometimes couldn't get the hole opened up quite fast enough, but you got to make do with what you got. So he was able to do that. But the biggest thing that the Ravens did on offense is they finally inserted Keaton Mitchell on plays that they should have been doing the entire season. I've been saying for the longest, for that brother to be effective, you have to give it to him. You have to give him the ball in space. And they did that. They finally gave them the ball in space. They had a couple of pass plays and a couple of run plays to the left and a couple of run plays to the right. And every time he touched the ball, I mean, he was going for like 6 or 7 yards down the field. So they finally figured out that they needed Keaton Mitchell. They needed another guy that has speed on the field. And when you do that, when you give him the football, positive things happen. So I'm glad that Todd Monken, he's been getting beat, like a drum in the media and by the fans and by his own damn offense, and through these articles, these last couple of articles that came out. I'm so happy for him that he called a great game plan because let's be honest, he's not been the reason why we've been losing these games. It's really not his fault. Although he does call some goofy plays now and then, he is not the reason why we're 2-5 right now. So I'm glad that, he's off the hook, at least for this week. And hopefully they can build upon this. And also I want to say before D goes, I'm glad to hear that, because I didn't see it on TV, but I'm glad to hear that Lamar Jackson was there and he was active with his teammates. And he was, helping Huntley out there as far as play calling. And, every time Huntley did something positive, he was out there cheering for everybody. I'm glad to see that because I will say going into this game and after the foolishness from yesterday, I didn't know what kind of Lamar we was going to get. I've been saying that I said that I think he didn't want to play. I think that I ain't gonna say he was faking his injury because that's crazy. I'm not gonna say that, but I just thought that his mindset, and his mood was doom and gloom pretty much, and he didn't want to be here. So I'm glad to see that that's not the case. Hopefully they can figure it out going forward. Hopefully we see him on Thursday. If his hamstring is a little bit better, we shall see. But I am glad that the brother is definitely being a good teammate.
Yeah, D. Lamar was definitely out there engaged. What do you think about this now, D? Now Lamar they get a win. He gets a couple extra days for that hamstring. We know they can be tricky. Huntley does his thing today. What do you think about Lamar coming back and the potential of this offense? We saw Zay Flowers have a big day. Bateman finally showed up. Andrews had a couple plays. This could be, like you said, like Rod said, wasn't really Todd Monken's fault. They just need to execute.
Yeah, they need to execute. They needed to keep it simple. With Cooper Rush, they were trying to do a lot. I guess they felt like with a pocket passer, they could do more with the pass game. But if you don't have an offensive line that can block well for a passer, that was the problem. We've seen that in the preseason with Cooper Rush. Definitely seen it in the regular season. So glad that Huntley was out there. Lamar's been, with his teammates the whole time. This probably was the first game he was a lot more engaged. He's a lot more happier on the sideline. Again, he was limited in practice throughout the week, so at best, it was a 50-50 chance for this game. But again, don't try to come out and say, hey, he's a full participant. He was only on the scout team side. You line there, the organization, we know Harbaugh don't like talking about injuries, but don't like giving stuff out to the other team. But by then, you kind of knew, hey, he's not going to play. Even if he was a full participant in rain practice, didn't play today, that would have been understandable. Because like, hey, he might have had setback. Hamstring injuries are tough to figure out. Quite frankly, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't be there Thursday night either. You got a short week. Let that thing heal for 2 more. Technically, be 2 more weeks from today. Hundley has shown he can do enough to go down to Miami and win. And you don't feel like now with Lamar being out, it's like, dang, when we play a half bad team or average team like Houston was a couple weeks back, we're just going to stay joint. I think the Ravens will be all right. If Lamar can play, by all means play, but you feel like he's not at 100%, then sit him out against Miami.
Well, Rod, you will be in Miami in a couple of days. How are you feeling about this team heading into Miami, getting a big win? You saw them smiling and engaged with Harbaugh and Lamar and all the coaches and the players on the sideline. Do you think Lamar plays Thursday going back home? And if he doesn't, or, does this team, there's got to be another must win on Thursday night?
Well, they said he's expected to play. I'm not sure what to make of that. But we shall see, man. He practiced all last week. So, I mean, he was limited, but I mean, they said this is a primetime game. Lamar's from Miami, Florida. But so, I mean, he definitely wants to show out in front of his crowd of his people on primetime. So, I think we see Lamar Jackson. I think he shows up at the quarterback spot. But if he doesn't play, then that's okay, because Snoop showed us today that he's able to carry this offense if need be, and he's able to throw the football better than he's ever had thrown the football. I don't think I've ever seen Snoop be this confident, throwing the football like he was today. So it's a good thing to see that. So if we can't get Lamar, or at least 80 to 85% Lamar on Thursday, I'm cool with seeing Huntley on Thursday, because Huntley gave us a spark that we needed desperately, and he has commanded this offense. And it goes to show you, man, sometimes the people at the end of the bar know what the hell they're talking about, especially when Harbaugh was, telling people that, you stay at the end of the bar, back then. But yeah, we know what we're talking about. Like Snoop was the guy. Snoop should have been the backup quarterback to begin with. Keaton Mitchell should have been on the field since week 1. We've been saying that forever. We want Falele, benched, but we ain't getting that yet, because that's really Harbaugh's guy. But I mean, we shall see going forward if he's going to continue to keep falling flat on his face. Hopefully not, but I don't know. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, I want to see Lamar on Thursday. I hope he's there. If not, Snoop is the guy. And yeah, Mark, Snoop is, yeah, whatever, Mark. He might, you might think he's a bum, but he's not a bum. And Pat Ricard, like Ashley Shelton said, was desperately needed today. I'm so happy that he played, because he was able to be that 6th offensive lineman that we needed so badly, and he helped a lot, and especially on those 3rd and 1s and 4th, 3rd and 1s, and all that type of good stuff. So shout out to him.
I got to shout out special teams, D and Raj. Tyler Loop, 3 for 3 on extra points. And how about Jordan Stout's 40-yard punt caught at the 4? Then it led to the Nate Wiggins interception. D, special teams and defense. If you have 2 out of those 3 every week, you got a chance. And we saw last week the defense played better against the Rams 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, indeed. Jordan Stout's a Pro Bowler right now. It's one of the best punters in football. It's the one consistent weapon the Ravens have. That's been helping. Thought the coverage in the first half was a little shaky. The former Ravens, Devin Duvernay, got some good returns back. Second half, they kind of clamped down on him a little better. Luke was the man. Hit the field goal, did what he's supposed to do. Didn't miss any. That's what we need. Need that. Special teams, like you said, with the punt, the pick by Wiggins, and then the touchdown there by Kolar, excuse me. It was a 3-step situation, man. All 3 sides of the football working well, and that usually gets you wins for that.
Raj, Zach Hoare, as y'all call him sometimes, he played like Zach, or coached like Zach Hoare today. We know that's Harbaugh's little boy.
Oh man, I ain't gonna call him that today. I don't really call him that at all, but it is what it is. Yes, he coached. He coached. What you about to say, D?
No, I'm saying, Roger, I call him sack boy.
Yeah, yes. You're the one who called him that. But yes, he posted a pretty decent game today. They bend it, but they didn't break, especially in the first quarter. And they settled in throughout the rest of the game. And also, Zach, had a lot of blitz calls. Mike Green, we had a Mike Green sighting today. The rookie finally got his first sack of the season. Had a lot of pressure out there on Caleb Williams. We want to see that. A lot of other people had a couple of pressures too. So he was very uncomfortable in the pocket at times, which we needed. The secondary played well. Kyle Hamilton had like 8 tackles, 4 solo, which is good to see. Roquan showed up against his former team and showed us that he still has a little something left in that tank, because he's been off and on at times this season. So that's good to see him hopefully continue to keep on this path come Thursday. And also Nate Wiggins with the pick, bro. The pick from Nate Wiggins. He was getting burned a lot in that first couple of quarters, but he finally got Rome Odunze and got a pick on, which is good to see. See the young brother is out there, playing pretty decent football. And you know what? Marlon even played a little good as well. He should have had that turnover, but the referees didn't know how they was looking at. So it is what it is. But brother, you still can get your glizzy if you would like. For today only, if you want a glizzy in your mouth, Marlon, you can do that. I'm not saying pause because damn that. But anyway,
Is he getting a 24-inch glizzy? Is he getting that one?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to, he got 24 people in here. If he want a 24-inch glizzy, he can have that meat.
Finger licking good.
Yes. If he wants that meat, he can have it in his mouth. But I digress. Anyway, the defense did play well, like I said before, and like I said, hopefully they continue on this trend for for Thursday. And yes, we see your Colts, Mark. They're whooping ass as they always do.
All right, Raj, I'll go to you real quick. How you feeling heading down to Miami? They got a big win today, coaching for their coach, who's on the hot seat. They got a big win today, 2-5 against 2-6 on Thursday night. You'll be there.
Yes, it's going to be a hell of a good time in Miami. Against 2 desperate ass teams trying to fight to get back in their divisions. So I expect the Dolphins to fight, especially since they got this big win today against the Falcons. I expect I expect our team to come out there and play pretty well as well. There's no reason why they shouldn't at this point. Everything's on the line. So it's going to be Glizzy Mania, as Mark said in the chat. And yeah, man, it's going to be fun in Miami. I can't wait. Some nice sunshine, 80 degree weather. See the fine women down there as always. And hopefully we get this W, man, because we damn sure need it. We got a lot of help today. So good. It's going to be a good time.
Bo Derek D, top 5 rushing touchdowns all time, and going to Miami has been a house of horrors at times for the Ravens, and it's been a house of happiness as well.
Yes, it has. Like I said, the Dolphins going to be playing pretty desperate Thursday night. Like I said, they got the big win in Atlanta today. We're going to be playing desperate. Like Roger said, we did get some help. We hope Green Bay can help us out too. We got some help from the Jets. We got some help from the Patriots. Thank y'all. Appreciate what y'all did today, boys. Ravens just gotta if they play like they played today, they should be able to win the football game now. You can't underestimate Miami. They're gonna be on. Now the thing is, the difference we've seen with the team that the Ravens either on against or won against, their running backs are not power backs. They're shifty. They're a little quick. The Ravens are usually able to stop those guys. And Miami, with Akan, he's a shifty, quick guy too. So I don't expect him to get a lot of yards. But running backs that have some power, the Cooks of the world, or that can band with you like Montgomery, they're the type of guys that really get a Ravens problem. So they won't have that this week. They might not have that again for a little while, unless Mr. Jones from Minnesota shows up. But one game at a time. I like the Ravens' chances in Miami. I think they'll beat the Dolphins. It'll be a close game. Might be a touchdown game, but I like the Ravens. weather be nice up down there, Roger, Thursday, because up here it's going to be raining. So it chose the right time to go to Miami.
What did you think? I think we came out pretty healthy today, guys. Injury wise, I know Stanley went down, but he came back. Humphrey went down, he came back. Anything else I missed?
I think that's it. It's only two of major note. Anytime Riley Stanley goes down, it's a big factor, man, because it's backup stage. Stanley ain't fully healthy. He goes out, we're in trouble. That's just a rain about that. Yeah, it's gonna be Thursday here. Baltimore, right? But we'll see how the injury report looks. Like I said, it's a short week, so Wednesdays we walk through, and they'll probably practice a little bit tomorrow. So they should be able to go down there and get it down to Miami. They are playing for Daniels, playing for Tua. So we expect a good game Thursday night in Miami, and hopefully Al Michaels will not be bored. He was bored last week with that Charger Vikings game Thursday night. It's a pretty bad game on Minnesota.
We also may see Carl Lawson, Raj, who was just signed this past week, pass rusher, could play Thursday too.
Yeah, he'll be able to get his ass out there and see what he can do against those Dolphins in a probably limited role. But yeah, man, if we win on Thursday, EDC, get to work, brother. Go find an interior lineman if you can. If you can't do that, try to get a right guard. Preferably Kevin Zeitler. Get him back. I don't know why you let him leave in the damn first place. He should have never left the Ravens. But I digress again. But yeah, we'll see Carl Lawson on Thursday, I'm pretty sure, and along with Lamar and everybody else. So yeah, the team spirit is high right now. They were jumping for joy in the locker room, for what I heard. I think Harbaugh was at the podium for how many minutes? 9, 10? I mean, he
was there for like 13 minutes, man. You couldn't get them all.
Oh wow, he was there for 13 goddamn minutes. Any other time he was there for like 3 minutes. But he added an extra 10 to this because this was his Super Bowl, But anyway, yeah, we'll see Carl Lawson. Hopefully we'll see Lamar. We'll see a great Ravens effort on Thursday Night Football. And we'll get some of these people off of our backs, hopefully.
D, final thoughts on the Ravens before we go around the league?
Like I said, it was a good effort. Good win. Like I said, they've shown some heart the last couple weeks on defense. It's time that coaching staff shows some brains. They did for the most part. They still have a pass rush issue, but they was able to basket enough to win the football game today.
Raj, any final thoughts on the game today and what you're looking forward to as we get ready to hit around the league?
Great effort by the Ravens. The crowd was great. They stayed the entire game. They didn't leave early. They had hope for Snoop, which is also a good thing. Yeah, man, we're in high spirits now. We're not delusional. We know we're still a long way to go. But we feel a little bit of hope, because we did not feel any hope these last 4 weeks, and we didn't know if Lamar was going to come back or not, or if Snoop was going to get the start, or Cooper Rush was going to play. We didn't know any of these things. But just saying that the team came together, didn't make any mistakes, played great football on offense, defense, and special teams, gives us hope again that they can make a little bit of a run in this division, get back in it, and at least try to have, a little bit of faith to try to get to that playoff seed. But we shall see, man. We shall see. We got to take it one game at a time. The next game is on Thursday, and we have to come prepared to play a desperate Dolphins team like ourselves. And when it's desperate, you already know that you're going to get that other team's best effort, which we've been getting the entire season from everybody else. So hopefully the Ravens are prepared. Hopefully they don't, take this win for granted. And hopefully Lamar is healthy enough to go out there and start to lead the team back from the depths of hell that they put themselves in.
Real quick, yes or no, you guys can jump in. Are we buying the Bears 4-3? Or are they just kind of a up and down team, maybe 9-8, 8-9?
I think they're a better team than they were last year. I will say that. I do like how Caleb has improved as a passer. I like their running game. I will say they were missing 3 or 4 cornerbacks today, so that helped us tremendously. But yeah, I think the Bears are improved for a 4-3 team. I don't think that I didn't think they were a terrible team to begin with. I just thought they, played the Lions at the wrong time and they lost the first game of the season. So I think they're good. I think they're good. I think they'll be fine. They just got to get some people back, and once they do that, I think they'll probably win, another 6 or 7 games, maybe. But I think they'll be fine.
D, and they play Cincinnati next week as well, so we'll be rooting for them.
Yes,
They,
will be.
last year they started off 4-2, and then they lost 10 straight. I don't think they'll lose 10 straight. To Roger's point, I think they all improved offensively. They didn't have people on defense. Their pass rush was decent. Once the Ravens got going, though, it wasn't much of a factor. But I think the Bears, I can see the Bears winning 9. I think they're a 9-win team. The NFC is so tough. Their division's tough. The West is tough. Tampa Bay's playing good football, and usually the Eagles normally play good football. The NFC as a whole is tough. It's not going to be easy for Chicago, but if they can stay in that third place range behind Detroit and Green Bay, maybe be ahead of Minnesota, they'll be good to go and be in the running for a playoff.
All right, guys, let's go around the league Thursday night. It was a good night for the Harbaugh brothers to start on Thursday. Herbert 3 touchdowns and Owe with a sack again, D.
Yeah. What's up with Owe? Fits better with the Chargers, clearly. They're using him better. Minnesota, I don't know what's up with Wentz. I don't know if he's going to be back. Coming up here on Sunday, they play Detroit. It just don't look good for Minnesota at the quarterback spot right now. They don't have a healthy quarterback. They're toast. And the Chargers look good. Guess where they go next week? Tennessee. And so they should get another win, a 10-day break. Then you go down to Nashville and play a Titan team that's done. So the Chargers should get another win. They'll be behind the Broncos right now in the West, but the Chargers, they're playoff team right now, man.
Rog?
Yeah, I think they're a playoff team, the Chargers. They had a great win on Thursday. Shout out to Owe for getting a second sack of the season. Keenan Allen looking, young as hell out there playing great football as well. They've been playing pretty well. So Chargers gonna need to, because Kansas City is Kansas City again. So you're gonna have to, try to get them while you can get them, because this is gonna be a really tough. This is gonna be a really tough time to get in the playoffs if you're in the AFC. So they're gonna have to try to keep foot with them. So we'll see.
Real quick, Buccaneers beat the Saints. I mean, you can go ahead and get a Buccaneers in NFC South now, right, D?
Yeah, the South's in the bag. Atlanta's struggling. Without Penix, they look bad. At times with him, they look bad when they play good teams. The Buccaneers look good. Baker Mayfield's career resurgence is continuing. And like you said, Byron, they're head and shoulders the best team.
Rog? Bucks keep doing it.
I ain't see the game, but yeah, I mean the Saints are terrible. I wish they was on our schedule, but they're not. But it is what it is. So good with the Buccaneers. They got another win.
D, you said it, man. The 49ers look like the injuries caught up to them today. The Texans needed this win. 26-15, CJ Stroud, 300 yards, 2 TDs.
Yeah, the 49ers' luck of beating these teams lately kind of ran out. It was on the road. It looked beat up. Kittle was back. He got a touchdown, but it was too late. Mac Jones' magic ran out, and Houston looked good at home, man. They're starting to get it back together. They get Denver next week. Denver comes to Houston. That should be an interesting game there. We'll see, and Houston's defense is legit. We've seen that ourselves, and they're gonna keep them in a lot of football games.
Rog, any thoughts on the Texans getting a big win?
Nope, not at all. But the Texans got the win. Good for them. Let's see what they can do from here.
Well, D, Hammer was in North Carolina today because the Panthers got whooped up by the goddamn Bills. They came back. Was that Josh Allen now only the second quarterback with 70 rush touchdowns, tying Cam Newton?
How fitting he did that against Carolina of all teams. Cam Newton's former team. The Panthers didn't have Bryce Young. It looked like it. Andy Dalton looked as ancient and old as he is. And the Bills really, I mean, the Bills, this game was in the bag from the get-go. They took care of business. The Bills have been able to feast on bad football teams. I give them that. When they play good teams, they struggle. They get Kansas City next week in Buffalo. Traditionally, the Bills have owned the Chiefs in the regular season. They don't beat them in the playoffs. So let's see if that trend continues. Next week, and the Panthers just, they got to hope Young is healthy. They give him a chance, at least at home. And we'll see how it goes. But Carolina's in another season where they're going to be, if they win 7 games, that's a good year.
Raj, any thoughts on the Bills Panthers?
Nope. I will say that Mr. Cook, James Cook, got me I think he had over 200 yards. I had like 44 points in fantasy today because of him. So shout out to James Cook. He was cooking today. And the Bills played a cupcake, and that's what you're supposed to do to teams like that. You're supposed to murder them on the field, and they looked like they were in the grave.
If you're squeamish, cover your eyes. The Eagles beat the Giants 38-20. Scatterbo, dislocated ankle. Saquon Barkley, 150 yards, longest run of the year. Gruesome injury, D, for Scatterbo.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looked up, I didn't see the injury, but I looked up and seen the cart coming for him. I said, oh, that ain't good. You feel for the Giants, man, a little bit. They lost their best receiver. Now they're going to lose their running back here. They compete, but with Dart, but it's too much to overcome now at this point for the Giants. The Eagles, no Brown today, didn't matter. Saquon Barkley got back on track. Mr. Smith looked good. And the Eagles look good. And they got a bye, I think, coming up. So they get some rest. Browns will be back by after the bye. And Eagles are still the best team in the NFC.
Can you hear me,
Any thought? Yeah, I can hear you. My bad. Any thoughts on Eagles, Raj? My bad. I was on mute.
I mean, the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. No surprise there. Feel bad for Scatterboo. That was a pretty gruesome injury. I wish it on nobody. Hopefully he has a safe and great recovery coming up. But yeah, man, the Giants, they just been getting hit with all kinds of injuries this year. The Malik Neighbors, now the Scatterboo. And yeah, man, I feel bad for Brian Dable, man. He deserves a little bit better than this. But I will say they have found that quarterback for the future. So it's only going to go up from here as soon as he gets some help in the offseason.
AD, the Patriots taking advantage of that easy schedule, beat the Browns 6-2. The Ravens leapfrog the Browns in the process.
Yeah, they did. Cleveland, they actually had to lead briefly in this game, but they're just going to overcome New England. Drake Mays really played well. Browns defense do not travel. They do very well in Cleveland, but they don't travel outside of there. And it showed again today. And the Patriots are taking advantage of their schedule right now, and they should. It was the third place team a year ago. Taking care of business.
Right, the Patriots look for real. They'll be coming to Baltimore in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the head coach, bro. Mike Vrabel has got this team going in a whole nother direction from what they were doing. Shout out to Robert Kraft making that brash decision of getting rid of Gerard Mayo in the offseason, knowing that he was not the guy to turn the team around, and that Mike Vrabel was. So shout out to him. Drake May has been playing great football. Getting Stephon Diggs was key to have, for your wide receiving core. And they are running roughshod in that division right now. They could, if they continue on this path, they could win it over the Buffalo Bills. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, the Patriots are going in a really, really great direction. And they're going to be really, really scary when we see them.
Real quick, Alex, we don't know because there's a lot of teams still alive. So we don't know who's going to get traded because, teams are still fighting for their playoff lives. So we may have to wait another week. After this week, after next week, maybe we'll see because we got 2 more weeks to the trade deadline. So we shall see. Real quick, unfortunate news in the world of football. Former Jets center Nick Mangold did pass away due to a kidney issue. Aaron Glenn gets his first win. Q, Tyson Roush, all my Jets people, we're happy for you today. You got your first victory. And you beat Flacco on the Bengals. Dropped them to 3-5 with the 39-38. Aaron Glenn going for 2D. He had the onions, as your boy would say.
He did. He got it. They had a penalty, then they got it. And the Bengals defense is awful. Let the Jets come in the building, score that many points. Because they was up 14, and even when they was up 14, it was like, this game ain't over yet. And the Jets come right back, score, get the 2-point conversion, get within 6, come right back, score again. They was able to stop Flacco on the last drive of the game. Just not enough for Cincinnati right now. They're not a playoff team right now. And yes, they're in second place in the North. Yes, they beat Pittsburgh in the shootout, but they're not a comparable team right now. And Joe Flacco is really the reason why they're even competing right now. Without Flacco and without Burrow, you've seen that the Bengals was no good at all.
How about Justin Fields, Raj, his owner, your boy Woody, shitted on him early in the week, and he holds on and gets it done today. He gets benched and then has to come back in and holds on, man.
Shout out to Justin Fields, man. He deserved to get this victory. He's been getting a lot of flack for, the 0-7 start for the Jets. And I don't think I don't think, be honest with you, that team should not be, they should not have been winless. They should at least had a couple wins, but it is what it is. They got the first win today. Hopefully you can go on a little bit of a run, get a couple wins here and there, except when they play the Ravens. But Aaron Glenn, I guess he did a great coaching job because that team was very motivated to continue to keep playing. They could have quit after, the Bengals was whooping their ass in that second quarter, but they continue to keep going. And they finally, got some stops and got the ultimate stop against my man Flacco, who was playing great. And this is the result. But yeah, that Bengals defense, like you said, D, it has always been trash. And they continue to be trash today as they get another loss in their 3-5 on the season, which helps the Ravens. So there you go.
The team we'll see on Thursday beat the Falcons 34-10. Like you said, D, Kirk Cousins is done. No Penix, no chance.
Yeah, really no chance. No Penix. Good Cousins with the offense. He's just awful. Every time I looked up, the Dolphins had the ball. They make sure. Atlanta's defense has been so good, especially in Atlanta. But they didn't show up today, boy. I tell you, it's a long day for them in Atlanta, which has promise still. But without Penix, there's almost no chance. And they really got to look at themselves in the mirror, man. See what they are, what they want to be. You can't let a team that got one win, quarterback struggling, coach struggling, they just coming in and whoop you like that. Whoop you.
Raj, I know you're ready for South Beach.
Yes, I am. I am ready.
We'll keep it moving. Mark, drop your horse emojis because the Colts beat the Titans. I mean, the Titans, are they the worst team in football, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Give us Kevin Sackler. Give us Kevin Sackler now. Just
Yeah. Can we get Simmons too?
Can we get Simmons? I want Simmons too. Yeah.
We'll take a vote. We'll give you Cooper Rush and two draft picks.
And as usual, the Cowboys have a great game, like you said, Deed, and they wet the bed on the road.
Yeah, the Cowboys, every time they get hyped up. Look, listen to me, folks. Every time the Cowboys get hyped up, pick against them. They're going to lose every time. They get hyped up. They're going to get beat. They got beat again. Denver, I think Denver loves playing the NFC East. They've been whooping up on them this year. They're 3-0 against the NFC East. They got Washington left, I believe. I don't know when they play Washington, but I know they do play them before the year is out. And Dallas will win next week. They'll play Arizona at home. They make people think they look good. They have another tough game on the road there, 5 years. That's what the Cowboys are.
Bo Nix, 4 touchdowns for Bo Nix.
Good Lord.
God damn.
Sunday Night Football, Packers, Steelers. At least that's a good one, D and Raj.
Yeah, it should be a good game. I'm going to be honest with you. We, as Ravens fans, we need Pittsburgh to lose. That'd be so great. I just don't know they will. I don't trust Green Bay. At times, they've looked good this year, like the opening day game against Detroit. But they went to Cleveland and lost. They tied with Dallas. They struggled against Arizona last week with Brissett as the quarterback and not Kyler Murray. So you don't know which Green Bay team's going to show up. And Pittsburgh's had 10 days to prepare for this game. As long as they keep old man Rodgers upright, they're going to be straight. And I picked Pittsburgh, but I hope I'm wrong. I want Green Bay to win so bad.
Raj, can Michael Parsons get duck dodged a few times for us?
I mean, he should whoop on him, but we don't, like D said, we don't know which Packer team is going to show up. They have been Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde this entire season. And we hope you get the Packers' best effort, but we don't know. So I did pick the Packers to win, but I don't know who's going to show up as far as quarterback or Micah Parsons is concerned. But Steelers, you know how they are. They love to steal games. This could be a game that they steal at the end of the day.
Monday night ass whooping coming for the Commanders from the Tribal Chiefs, everybody.
Oh, yeah. They have no chance in hell winning. No chance. I feel bad for Cavante because he had to suffer another Monday night letdown by his team again. That's what it is. No Daniels, no chance in hell. And you already know how the Chiefs are. They're going to be whooping that ass on Monday night.
Damn, just tomorrow night. They got to play Seattle afterwards and Detroit. They got 3 straight losses coming from them. Now they might have their receivers back to ball. I mean, maybe, but do you believe in Marcus Mariota going to Kansas City? I don't.
No.
Real quick, D, you might want to take your glasses off when you look at the screen tonight. The Steelers uniforms are green.
Oh Lord,
It's the bright yellow. It's the yellow with the helmet. There's a lot going on. If you guys see
Lord.
it, it's like your eyes might hurt, D. Just warning.
You know, Heinz mustard. I know Heinz don't sponsor the stadium name no more, but that's what they look like. And let's hope that kind of helps Green Bay out a little bit. And we'll see. I see the Sunday night football crew is on site. So they expect this to be a big game, I guess. On site. We'll see how it goes. Ravens won though today, people. It's all that matters today. So it's a good Purple Monday coming up.
Yeah, keep up with you, man. You got a lot of great things you're working on coming up. I'm sorry, Raj. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I just saw that about I hope you're right there. I hope the conversation is different. It would be nice. But we're gonna take it one game at a time, brother. Thoughts. We're gonna take it one game at a time. And then maybe, hopefully, just maybe, we'll be hopefully 5-5. But what the fuck do the Steelers have on? I don't know.
See? Yeah, that's what I said.
They look like them light gel uniforms. Remember the gel uniforms they used to wear?
Yeah.
Like a variation of them.
Oh wow.
Gel uniform.
D, I'll go back to you, man. What can people keep up with you? You got a big week of football and JUCO stuff coming up.
Yeah, Diasport Network with Craigslist and Gear. November's coming. So high school basketball is about to be really in the high gear. We had some JUCO basketball yesterday. The Jamboree. We're going to be at the Dawn Beasley Mixer next week at CCBC Dundalk. And we're going to have the biggest high school football game of the week so far this season coming up on Saturday evening with the St. James Academy in Virginia, the best team in Virginia for high school football, against the St. Francis Academy here, ranked second in the country, maybe the best team in Maryland for high school football. So we had that for you in the DMP High School Games of the Week on the Diasport Network on YouTube. And also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and on the Twitter at Diasport.
Raj, as you get ready to hit the road, what do people need to do and keep up with you in Miami?
Well, I'll be on tomorrow because we have a show tomorrow, so I won't be going just yet. But we'll be back tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. I guess the flagship show.
Got to talk about the gambling scandal.
Yes, and we'll be talking about the goofy gambling scandal. Luka Doncic is out for a week, which sucks. We don't know when LeBron is coming back. The Washington Wizards are playing basketball right now, which is great to see. And
isn't Luka out? Luka now out?
Yeah, Luka's out for a week. So yeah. Anyway, we'll be on tomorrow. Check us out, and pretty much be talking, what we're talking right now, and Commanders football, and the NBA scandal, and probably week 1 of the NBA too, because it's a spectacular week as far as the NBA and not the NBA on NBC. The NBA on NBC and the TNT crew coming over to ESPN. Phenomenal job by them, making that transition, and it's still a great show, which is great to see. hopefully we see them every week. I want to see them every week on ESPN.
You won't see that. You won't see that.
They're going to have to figure it out because we do not need to see that other goofy broadcast.
You going to see it in a couple weeks?
You don't want to see Stephen A. and Big Perk?
Hell no.
Malika?
Hey, Roger, remember, you don't want to act perfect. You want a perfect.
No. We got this fool over here apologizing to Desmond Crockett and all this other goofy stuff. I do not want to see Stephen A. Smith. I'm sick of him at this point. I do want to see his kids though, and his nephew and his daughter. They're funny, but other than that, Stephen A. Smith he's just too much, man. And Malika Andrews definitely not. Mark, we do not want to see her either. She can go somewhere with her and her sister, but yeah, we need that. We need Shaq, Kenny, Charles, and Ernie every week. Figure it out.
They will be doing the finals. They will be doing the finals, D. They will be doing
they said that.
Yeah, they got all the playoffs. So.
There you go.
All the playoffs. And remember, they still got March Madness too with Turner and CBS.
All right, D. Final thoughts for the people.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's a good week. Ravens getting it done. They still got stuff to work on, yes, but they was able to get the win today, and that's all that matters. Just win, baby. Just win. And like you said before, check out the Flex Zone content. The Flex Zone's almost daily with content, either wrestling or podcasting or previews. So definitely check that out. Definitely check out Dive Sport Network as well. Like I said, we about to really pump it out here for the high school basketball season. We're going to sprinkle a little JUCO basketball in there too, or maybe some high school football playoffs in there. Check it all out, baby. Content is running wild.
Raj, another busy week. We got wrestling. We got Maryland on CBS. We got the Ravens on Thursday. We got the Commanders on Sunday night, I think, next week, D and Raj. A lot of content coming for the people.
Yes, and I've seen a lot of the Bears. You know, I seen a lot of Mike Dictors today. So, yeah, it was a lot of
Dicks in Baltimore. A lot of Dicks in Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of Dictors and Dicks in Baltimore. Yes, and Glizzies too. But anyway, I got sidetracked. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. Check us out on the Flex Zone podcast. If you're new to the channel, please let us know. Give us your feedback. Hit that comment section. Let us know what you think of the show and tell us what we can work on and other things. And yeah, just continue to keep on supporting. And if you like the shorts that I put up today, might have more for you in Miami. We shall see. But stay tuned for more from the Flex Zone podcast. This is your boy, Big Raj. We're signing off on the Ravens and Bears post-game show.
Only place give me sports, fellas, how you want it?
When you need it.
When you need it.
Happy recap, D. Appreciate it. Raj, appreciate it. We'll do it again this week. More content on the Flex Zone. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Mark, brother thoughts. Miss Ashley, Ovika, Miss Queen, Cravante, Scott was in the building. Who else we had? We had Starboy. No, not Abel Raj the weekend, but we had Starboy in the building. And Alex, of course. So shout out to all of you guys. Much love. Appreciate the content and the support. We had Donna in here earlier. KD was in here. So thank you, Ryan. Shout out to everybody. Again, rest in peace, Nick Mangold. We'll do it again tomorrow, talking about the gambling situation, recapping week 8, getting you ready for week 9 and the NBA season. Raw tomorrow should be a big show as we hit into Saturday. Nice main event on Saturday as well. And Maryland on Saturday against Indiana. And Thursday night, we'll be here with the Ravens post-game show on Thursday Night Football. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Good night.
Hugh was in there.
Brother Hugh in the building. Shout out to Hugh. Go show some love to Hugh in the wrestling round. Appreciate it, brother.
Shout out to you in the wrestling round, good brother. Hopefully we can get you on the show one day if you would like to come on the show.
Yes, we'd love to have you, Hugh. A lot to talk about. The Orioles need a manager, Ravens,
Yes, indeed. Come on down, Hugh, Ryan, Wayne, and talk about them belts. Great belts.
Appreciate it, guys. We're getting out of here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Make sure you vote on the poll as well. We'll see you when we see you. Good night, everybody. Happy recap. Ravens win 30-16. We gone, y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Peace.